In the quiet town of Eldridge, Camden had always felt a chill in his bones as he walked home from school. It wasn't just the autumn wind, it was something deeper, like someone was following him. One evening, he decided to confront his fear. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that danced eerily around him. As he took each step down Maple Street, he heard them, footsteps echoing behind him, but no one there. Panic surged through him as he quickened his pace. "Who's there?" Camden called out, voice trembling. Silence answered until a whisper broke through. "Help me!" Heart racing, Camden turned sharply, but saw only empty streetlights flickering ominously overhead. Then it hit him. A story from his grandmother about a boy who vanished decades ago while chasing phantom footsteps on this very street. Determined to uncover the truth, Camden began investigating and learned that others had experienced similar hauntings near an old oak tree at the end of Maple Street. One night under its gnarled branches, with courage swelling within him like firelight against darkness, Camden cried out for answers. Suddenly a figure appeared, a translucent boy named Kyson, his sad eyes pleading for release from eternal wandering. Together, they uncovered dark secrets buried beneath Eldridge's surface. Kyson's spirit could finally rest if they exposed those responsible for his fate. The key to motivation is discipline, and the key to discipline is motivation. And the secret to both is to get after it and do it. Stop thinking about it, stop planning and talking about it. The best way to get motivated and stay motivated is to just do the thing you have been thinking about. Just start. Start practicing, start making, start creating. Stop waiting and get going. The world needs what you have to offer, no matter what it is. If you think it's too small, you are wrong, because you taking action on your goals could be the example for someone else. What if it doesn't work? Doesn't matter if you learn something and apply to the next effort. That way you are in a constant cycle of getting better, and getting better will keep you motivated. Now get at it. On a foggy night in a quiet town, a chilling urban legend began to spread. The tale of the whispering shadows of Maple Street. It was said that after midnight, if you walked alone down that street, you would hear soft whispers calling your name. Those who dared to listen were never seen again. One stormy evening, a brave teenager named Jake decided to test the legend. Armed with nothing but his phone's flashlight, he ventured out, laughing at the tales as he stepped onto Maple Street. The air was thick with moisture, and the shadows danced as the wind howled around him. As he reached the halfway point, he heard it. A soft voice, barely audible against the storm. "Jake, come closer." His heart raced, curiosity battling fear. Ignoring the instinct to flee, he whispered back, "What do you want?" The whisper grew louder, echoing his name, wrapping around him like fog. Suddenly, the shadows began to swirl, forming dark figures with hollow eyes. They beckoned him with skeletal hands, their whispers now a cacophony of voices, pleading, "Join us, Jake, forever." With terror gripping him, Jake turned to run, but it was too late. The shadows lunged, and as he sprinted, he felt cold hands graze his back. The next day, Maple Street was quiet again, but locals noticed a new addition in the fog, an empty pair of shoes left behind, forever marking the spot where Jake vanished. Now, if you walk by after midnight, be careful. The shadows might just be waiting for another soul to join their eternal whispers. The chupacabra, or goat sucker, emerged from Puerto Rico in the 1990s when farmers discovered their livestock drained of blood. This creature is often described as a reptilian, spiky beast, standing about 3 to 4 feet tall. Its legend quickly spread across Latin America, with variations depicting it as a hairless dog-like creature. Some believe it draws inspiration from real animals, like the coyote or the mangy dog. Reports of chupacabra sightings led to public hysteria, as people feared for their animals. Despite many claims, no definitive proof exists. The chupacabra remains an enduring symbol of fear, reflecting humanity's fascination with the unknown and the dark corners of our world.
Listen up, you weaklings. Success doesn't come to those who sit around and whine, it's earned through relentless, brutal effort. While you're sitting there scrolling through your phone, crying about how unfair life is, there are people out there grinding, hustling, and making moves. Winners don't have time for excuses. They see an opportunity and they seize it with both hands, no matter how tough the battle. You think you deserve greatness just because you want it? Newsflash, the world doesn't owe you anything. If you want to be somebody, you've got to get up, put in the hours, and outwork the competition. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. It's about pushing through the pain and refusing to settle for mediocrity. Stop crying about how hard it is and start realizing that the grind is what separates the men from the boys. The path to success is paved with blood, sweat, and tears. There's no shortcut. If you're not willing to suffer, to sacrifice, and to push yourself to the limits, then step aside and let someone else take your place. So, get off your ass and start working. Stop waiting for a miracle to happen, stop blaming others for your failures, and start taking control of your destiny. The time to act is now. The world doesn't wait for anyone, and neither should you. Hustle, grind, and let your actions speak louder than your words. Success is out there, but it's up to you to go get it.